It's now time for NRG This Week. NRG stands for Network Referral Group. To learn more about NRG, go to their website, NRG.Online. It's now time for another episode of NRG This Week.
Hey everybody, Leon Thomas here with Mike Weiner. Mike is the founder and CEO of Network Referral Group. We call it NRG. To learn more about NRG, go to their website, NRG.Online. Mike, what's happening good? Tell me what's grooving.
How are you, buddy? I am super duper incredibly groovy. I am ready to rock and roll. We got a lot going on, Leon. We have a great guest today. We'll introduce him in a minute. We have an extravaganza that is coming up 5 weeks from this Friday, September 12th, 2025. And we've got sponsorship opportunities, already sold our first sponsorship. Dr. Raj, who was here on NRG this week, a little over a month ago. She's our keynote speaker, Leon. And we're grooving, man. We had 2 new members join yesterday. Looks like 2 more today. 5 came in last week, the week I was after the cruise. And Leon, we are 73 days to Mike Weiner getting married to Tanya. So on a personal note, very excited about that as we go into August. And half the Oriole team was traded, but we won't talk about that right now. So that's what's going
on. First of all, congratulations. Looking forward to your wedding in 73 days. Now, as it relates to the Orioles, although we're not supposed to talk sports here, we're just going to do just a minute.
Just a
the Orioles can still make the playoffs. They're technically not out.
They're technically not out, but they got their back to the wall, and someone's got to be a spark plug. When they got rid of Mullins, Mullins was such a great leader and defensively was incredible. Kind of reminded me of Adam Jones and Paul Blair. But Leon, they got to go on a 10-game win streak, and the Yankees are in a free fall right now. They've lost 6 in a row, and they've fallen to 3rd place. So right now it's the Blue Jays, but we need to go on a good long winning streak, because 10 games in a row right now would be really incredible. They've not done that, Leon, yet this year.
All right. So I'm not counting them out just yet. On another show that the Leon Thomas Group produces and I co-host with Dr. Michael Zollicoffer. Mike, you've been on that show, Wake Up Baltimore. I predicted the Orioles would make the playoffs. The Ravens will win the Super Bowl, but that's not the big one. That's not the big one. I said the University of Maryland Terps football will be in the national championship playoffs. It's on video.
Wow.
I said it.
You got some big predictions out there. We're gonna have to roll this video back when we get to the end of the baseball season in February, when the Ravens beat the Lions in the Super Bowl 41-21. I'll give you a score right there. Ravens over the Lions 41-21 in the Super Bowl, February 2026.
Well, there you have it. Folks, again, to learn more about Network Referral Group NRG, go to their website. That's NRG.Online. Or you can contact Mike. That's him. You can contact him directly via email. His email address is mike@networkreferralgroup.com. Again, his email address is mike@networkreferralgroup.com. And you can also contact him via phone. Give him a call or send him a text at 443-756-9656. All right, Mike, tell us about today's guest.
So we got a really cool guest today, Leon. Raymond Giles, who was introduced to me not that long ago, probably been with me about 8 to 10 weeks. Really cool guy. Does all kinds of travel. I always like to focus on cruise because I've been on 10 cruises, including Bermuda about 2 weeks ago. But Raymond's a really nice guy. He's been doing this a little over a year and very, very knowledgeable and articulate, Leon. So I am pumped to bring the Studio 54. That's our disco alias, right? Raymond Giles. So, Raymond, come join us here.
Come on in. Raymond, it's good to have you
Yeah.
here on NRG this week. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So Raymond, Mike said that you do a lot of things, but you're into travel and cruises. Tell us some about that. Give me the 30-second version of what you do in travel.
So, what I'm doing is I'm giving people back their time. I think a lot of people have gotten to where they're used to using Expedia or hey, I can book with the hotel online. But what I'm doing is I'm giving them back their time through doing the research, doing the booking, and then I'm also their advocate. If something was to go wrong or they needed to make a change, they get a hold of me, and I get directly into the hotel or the cruise line, whereas they might wait on hold for hours trying to get an answer.
So you save them time by helping them shop and take care of it so they don't have to spend time doing that.
That is a big part of it. I would say so.
hmm Okay. And what's your experience? Tell us how long you've been doing this.
So I've been doing this about 15 months. I started my business May of 24. But before that, I'd been to 38 countries around the world and 56 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So I rely on my experience a lot.
Wow. How many countries?
38.
38
Wow.
countries. Now, was this
Oh,
for work or was this for vacation? What caused you to travel so many places?
So work has had me live in Finland and Saudi Arabia, both very different places, but both of them are fascinating. I love both places. But when you're in Europe and you're in the Middle East, you get to travel to the countries around there the same way we travel around the States. So work put me in the location, but I travel to see these places with leisure.
hmm Right on. Right on. Cool deal. I like it. And how did you meet Mike?
So I am a member of the Veterans Chamber of Commerce in Houston, and we had one of our other NRG members, Jeff Pearson, call in, and we had our one-on-one, and he introduced me to Mike, and I think we didn't even finish the hour, and I was ready to join. So been with NRG since before that. It was before the 4th of July. I know that because
Uh,
I was still doing one-on-ones that day.
okay. All right. Right on. Now, Mike is part of the membership for Raymond. Did you tell him like you've been on like 92 cruises yourself and you love going on cruises and that's where you guys kicked it off? Is that what happened? And then you told him you were a Ravens fan and he said he's a Cowboys fan and then the relationship soured after that? I mean, can you give me some insight on what happened here?
for the record, I believe it's 10 cruises I've been on. But yeah, Raymond, that was the first time we've talked football a little bit. So now I remember when Raymond came out. And you just had Jeff Pearson on, Leon, 2 weeks ago. He's our third lifetime member, and you were our second lifetime member, Leon. But Jeff was on the show with Lori, with you when I was away on the cruise. But Jeff brought Raymond out, and I talked to Raymond after the meeting, and he was ready to roll. I don't even think I got through my 2 minutes. Raymond's like, I'm ready. Let's do it. Do this. So Raymond's been jumping around, utilizing the organization well, and we're just looking to really help him grow. Really, really cool guy. Very
hmm
straightforward. I like that.
All right. Now, Raymond, tell me this. All right. So I have never been on a cruise. All right. Now, but let
Mhm.
me give you the background though. I worked 35 years in the hotel business. I traveled around and helped improve hotels. I helped open hotels. I worked for hotel owners to help make them more money. Why? Give me three reasons why this guy should ever want to go to cruise. In fact, tell me why I should ever want to leave the comforts of my studio at all after traveling for basically 35 years. Sell me. Go ahead. The cruise
So
industry's
I'm
listening.
gonna, I'm going to tell you the first thing is we've never seen it all. There's always, even when I go back to Helsinki, I see something that I didn't see the year and a half that I lived there. So even though you've traveled, there's still more to see and there's still more to do. And as somebody who comes out of the hospitality industry, uh, you know that what I'm doing is I'm advocating for my clients because hotels, they'll see somebody as a one-time guest, whereas a travel agent, they see me as somebody that could potentially put somebody else back in their hotel. They want to make sure that my client is happy, because if they're not happy, then I'm not happy, and then they go on the do not sell list. So they have an interest in making sure that I, as the repeat client, is happy. So that's two, and then the third is, you know, I I want people to make memories. My father, we traveled a lot when I was a kid, but when I turned 18, we didn't. It never seemed to work out. And as he got older, I wanted to take him on, the river cruise. This photo behind me, take him to Europe because he loved it when he was in the Navy, and it was all something would always come up, and he's like, son, hey, we'll do it next time. Well, the problem is next time never got here. And my goal is to make sure that nobody else misses their next time. I want everybody to be able to, when it's all said and done, that their kids and their siblings and parents, they all have these memories, these fantastic memories that they can look back on.
All right. Now, we're not going to get into a philosophical debate about the hotel industry. You did say hotels only see you as a one-time guest. Not true. Fake news. That's why they have loyalty programs. The best hotels want you to come back, but I understand it on a transactional basis when someone's booking online. I can understand where that sentiment comes from. All right. So now the thing that I've been told about cruises, Raymond, is this. You get the fun part on the boat, on the ship. Then
Mhm.
when you dock, right, somewhere, you get to tour that area that you're at. So you're kind of like getting two experiences or three or five, depending on the number of ports, right?
Right. Right. So the beauty of it is you think of it like you unpack once. You're not traveling from city to city and having to pack and unpack and carry your bags around with you. So when you go on a cruise, you get everything out, and then your hotel moves with you. Whether it's an ocean cruise or it's a river cruise, you have the joy of waking up in the morning, having breakfast, and then you pull into someplace new, and then you go back to your hotel, you party at night, and then you pull into someplace different the next day.
Hmm. Okay. Now, Mike, you've talked about cruises an awful lot, and in fact, we've even met some other cruise directors or folks that sell cruises or whatever, cruise consultants, whatever term you want to use. Raymond, I got to tell you, you have me now giving strong considerations to a cruise. You have me ready to do that. So now, if I wanted to have my first dip in the pool, as we say, what would you suggest? A 14-day deal, a month long, a
Yeah,
21-day, or 3, 4? What's your suggestion to?
I would recommend a 7 day. Anything less than 7 days, you're going to be dealing with an older ship. Um, you're not going to be wowed by the amenities. 14 days, you get on board the ship and you're like, you know what, this really isn't my thing. Well, guess what? You're still stuck there for 2 weeks. So I think if your first cruise, I would say starting out with a 7 day is a pretty good one. But then you want to look at what your bucket list is. A lot of people, they want to be able to see the glaciers in Alaska. And the best way to do that is by a cruise. So do you do an Alaskan cruise first where you know the weather is going to be fairly decent because they only sail during the summer? Or Do you want to do an Eastern Caribbean cruise where you get to go to the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, those places? So that's where I steer my first time clients towards. Do you want the bucket list, or do you want to have the tropical experience?
Okay, got it, got it.
Mike,
Mike,
Mike, you agree with
Mike,
that?
yeah, what's your recommendation on this, Mike?
I totally agree with Raymond. When you asked that question, I was thinking 14 days is too long. I've been on 4 or 5 day cruises. They're too short. And you definitely want an outside cabin because there's interior. I really like the exterior. But this is the first time I went with Tanya and her adult girls and my adult boys. We went to Bond, before the wedding. What I really got out of my 10th one was the entertainment, Leon. You and I have talked. They do music, 70s, 80s, 90s. He's
I'm
going to pull out his
sorry.
trumpet.
Did you just say music?
I did. Raymond, check this out. Here comes the trumpet.
Never. No, Raymond. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't. I
Leon,
won't.
the shows, they've got the casino. I'm not real big into that. They've got shows. Sometimes there's Broadway shows or similar. There's music, there's comedy. First time I've ever seen a game show. Was it to draw or not to draw? Something like that. I don't even know what it is. But the entertainment factor, Leon, Raymond's right. You don't have to pack and unpack. And I've been to Bermuda now 4 times. I like Bermuda, but I really like the stuff on the ship even more. There's so much to do, and the food, we didn't even talk food. Whatever kind of food you like, there's plenty of food there. So it's a really great way to have a vacation. And when you sit out on the deck and look at the water as you're going through it, it's very, Leanne, I'm high energy, and you are too. It's very therapeutic. It's very therapeutic. So, I'd definitely recommend a week though to get you and really into the whole spirit of cruising.
Hmm. And Raymond, just one more question, and we're gonna come back to your specifically about your business and what you do.
Mhm.
When the ship comes into port, can I stay on the ship and still have meals and entertainment and other things going on, or is it the ship basically closes down and everyone leaves? Tell me something about that.
So, if you're wanting to do something and there's a long line, waiting until the ship pulls into port is the best time to do it because everybody else has left the ship. So you almost have run of the ship to yourself. So Mike said he's been to Bermuda several times. The good thing about it is it's a lot of sea time. Everybody's going to get to Bermuda and get off the ship. Now he's able to enjoy things that he might not be able to because all the other guests are taking up the spots. So yeah, you're not forced to leave the ship or anything like that. Even river cruises, if you choose to not go out into one of the towns when they pull in, you're not forced to. You can stay on and you can watch what the crew's doing throughout the day because it's a little bit of behind the scenes action.
Hmm. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. Now, how do folks get in touch with you, Raymond? Now here's the one of the reasons I want you to get in touch with Raymond. The fact, two things. One, he said he's only been doing this part of it for a short time, which means he's not coming at you with a salesy mentality, and I've told 1,000 people to do, and he's got a different vision and view about it, right? Because he's an experienced traveler. That's a totally different perspective than some others that work in the travel industry. So you've heard the conversation I'm having here with Raymond. I want you to experience the same. Contact him. Raymond, how do people get in touch with you?
So the easiest way to get in touch with me is to text me at 281-536-1713. I can also be emailed at raymond.giles@luxrallytravel.com.
All right. So folks, you want to get in touch with Raymond. Raymond, I'm going to get in touch with you as well. Now, if when I call you, your attitude and mentality changes and you become one of these salesy, I'm going to come back here and edit this show right here. And I'm going to say, folks, stop. All that I just said about him, it ain't real. And then, Mike, I'm going to call you. I'm going to text you. I'm going to email you and say, this guy, Raymond, I called him and he tried to do this and he did that. And then we'll have to talk football. So that's where we're going. But Raymond, thank you for the information. This has been very valuable for me, and I hope it has been for others as well. Thank you so much. But we're not done. We're not done. We're going to take a short commercial break, and when we come back from that break, it'll be you, Raymond, and Mike talking one on one about NRG, about your business, about the Ravens, about the Cowboys and anything else that y'all decide to talk about. Folks, you're watching NRG This Week. I'm going to go ahead and run the NRG anthem. Here we go.
This is the NRG breakdown. Here we go.
More than 25 years ago, Mike Weiner made his start, turning warm referrals into a business art. NRG leaders bring passion and drive. They are committed to helping your business thrive. NRG will help you expand. Attend your first meeting, get 3 referrals in hand. Your network will widen and new paths to success will flow. With every member on your side, your business will grow. New relationships are made on every Zoom. And that extravaganza's when you're placed in a breakout room. One of the keys to getting it done is scheduling a one-on-one. Yeah, NRG will help you expand. Attend your first meeting, get 3 referrals in hand. Your network will widen and new paths to success will flow. With every member on your side, your business will grow. Come ready to play pinball once a week and tell us what you need. Everyone in your group will help you succeed. NRG This Week airs Wednesdays at 3. After you join, you get to record a new member spotlight for free. Join one of the many meetings each week. Discover the referrals you seek. The speaker series and university are one of a kind. To learn more, visit NRG.Online. NRG will help you expand. Attend your first meeting, get 3 referrals in hand. Your network will widen and new paths to success will flow. With every member on your side, your business will grow. Go to NRG.Online.
Folks, that was done by team members at the Leon Thomas Group. It's a collaboration of people and AI. All of the video, that's all hand done by us. The lyrics to that song was a combination of us prompting Chat GPT and Google Gemini and us looking at what they said as suggestions and us going, no, that doesn't work. And we go back and forth. It took a while to put that together, but that's the second such video that we've done. We're now up to 11 corporate videos and explainer videos. That's the newest thing we do at the Leon Thomas Group. To learn more about us and to get in touch with me directly, email me. My email address is Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. Again, Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. Mike, love that song. But I love what you do at
You
NRG
guys
too.
did great. You guys did a great job, Leon. I smile every time I watch that. It's amazing. Great
Yeah,
job.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to back away. Raymond, it's you and Mike. Y'all have a good conversation. I'll be back shortly.
Thanks,
So,
Leon.
Raymond, first of all, thank you for being here. I always like to ask this question story to you starting your business last year. What prompted you as far I know you've visited 36 countries. That's unbelievable. What give it like a minute or two, what really motivated you to start this travel business?
So, in all my travels, I had shared photos as inspiration to friends and family about, hey, you should look at this place. Maybe you should go here. And then when I was living in Saudi Arabia, one of the guys that was there with us said I should be a travel planner because I was planning all of our weekend getaways. Well, fast forward to January of 24, my father had an accident where he had a slip and fall. And I managed his health care. And it got to be very taxing mentally. And at the end of my workday, I needed something to occupy myself because there was a lot of guilt because I was sitting at home. So I thought back to my friend saying I should be a travel planner, travel agent, and I found a fantastic host, and they provided all of my training. They have given me all of the systems that I need, and they don't charge me any fees, which works out well for me. And after that, my first year, I was able to earn enough to where your normal first year agent only brings in 7% of what I did my first 12 months.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. What kind of enjoyment do you get when someone calls you up and they've never been on a cruise or another trip, and you plan the whole cruise and they get back and they thank you for that? How does that make you feel? It's got to make you feel incredibly good that you've taken all that stress. Because I remember years ago when I used to, it's a lot with
Yeah.
hotels or travel or all the coordination. And I think things today are even more complicated because of technology. How do you feel once someone comes back and they thank you, Raymond? Thank you for making this family experience perfect.
It feels fantastic, and I could even give you a story. So I had a client, her and her husband, they were nervous about going to Mexico. And I convinced them that, hey, the place that you're going to go, it is the best place in Cancun. There's nothing better. And before they even got to their room, she called me on FaceTime and just told me how much her and her husband loved this place and how grateful they were that I convinced them to go. And when we got off the call, my wife looked at me. She's like, "I'm happy." She made me feel good because of how happy she is. So yeah, when you have somebody who just you knock it out of the park, and they're having a fantastic time and their money's not wasted, that it really does feel great.
You know what they say, and I'm getting married in October. They say, "Happy wife, happy life." So you
Yep.
got the benefit of the client calling you, and then your wife heard it, and you got kind of double edification. So that's
Yes.
pretty good. That's awesome. River cruise. I know nothing about river cruises. Take 2 minutes. Explain. I'm a seasoned guy. I've been on 10 cruises, big ships, small ships, all kinds of islands, Bahamas, Bermuda. I've been to Alaska. What makes a river cruise so unique? Because that's one area that I'm not well versed on.
So the river cruise, like it is just a totally intimate experience. It's almost a two crew members or two passengers per crew member. When you figure in the engineering team, you walk on the ship and you're greeted by the captain and the cruise director, and my wife and I, we renewed our wedding vows. And as soon as I stepped on board the ship and told them my last name, the hotel manager knew that we were doing a vow renewal. So they know that. And then my youngest was with us, and he's a very picky eater. And he had salami, pizza, and French fries for lunch and dinner every day on the cruise. And he would get to the dining room and like, Mr. Giles or Mr. Maverick, your pizza and fries will be here in a minute. And just it's a very high touch point service. And just like with a regular cruise, you unpack once and then you get to go to all these fascinating small towns and villages along these rivers. And I tell everybody that if you want to enjoy European history, cities and towns were built on rivers. That's so you've got to do the river cruise, and then all the thinking is done for you.
Awesome. Love that story. And you've given me some testimonials, which is one of the things I was going to ask. Two more questions, then we're done. NRG. So you hear about it from Jeff Pearson. You come to the meeting, you meet this high powered, eccentric guy, Mike Weiner, very charismatic, handsome guy, right? I'm messing with you. You're doing this for a long time. You came, you got your referrals. I remember a follow up like it was yesterday. You joined immediately. There's a lot of folks out there, Raymond, that they've been to networking groups and that had no success. They did breakout rooms and no names or the promise of emailing. You got names on the spot. You joined. I blew your phone up with 30. What would you, 2 minutes, what would you say to folks? Why should they come to NRG and um, why should they come out and really reap the benefits of this now 25 and a half year old organization?
I'm going to tell you the big thing that sold me is that you're not trying to find my client. You're trying to find somebody that I can partner with, a strategic partnership between me and someone else who share clients. That way we can build the relationship and we can help each other's business instead of me just trying to sell. I'm relying on somebody else to put my name out there. And if I don't build a good relationship, then they're not going to say, hey, I've got this travel guy who can really take care of your vacation. So it helps me be a better person. And like I said, I get to help somebody else's business grow too when I come across somebody who's a good fit for them.
You just described Power Partners really well, really well. So, one last question for you. What have I not asked you? What has Leon not asked you that you'd like to wrap up? Is some benefit or some perk or something that you do? Take 2 minutes. We'll bring Leon back in, but what would be there used to be what final message or final thoughts? Jerry Springer, that crazy show that was on for a while. But what
Yeah.
would be your final 2 minutes?
So I think the big thing is I first off, I don't charge any fees for my services. So I get paid commission from the hotels, and I'm going to be able to find you hotels cheaper than what you're going to be able to. So I'm saving you money multiple ways. The cost of your room and the fact that I'm not sticking my hand in your pocket trying to pull money out to benefit myself only. If I don't charge you a fee, then that's an opportunity for you to upgrade your experience. If you have a better trip, and because you've upgraded, I'm still going to make more commission. But instead of me winning by myself, we both win together. Because I've told people that I would do this for free. My whole thing is I want to make sure that somebody's having a fantastic time making great memories. So that's what my clients get with me is somebody who is interested in them and making sure that their memories are something that they carry with them until their time is done.
I love that. So I'm going to bring Leon back in. Raymond, it's been great talking with you. I love that you've been in 36 different countries because, as Leon articulated really well, you've been to different places. You've got all this background behind you so that, when clients reach out to you or to Leon or to me to talk with you, you've got that whole experience behind you. And there's nothing better than experience. So now it's been great having you on. I am going to turn it back. I'm going to throw the racquetball. Leon has a racquetballrevival.com. He's got a great racquetball program from, what is it, Leon, 8 years old to
Four,
63.
four. We started
4 years
four,
old?
four
Wow.
years old on the racquetball court. We do it. To learn
Very
more,
cool.
go to racquetballrevival.com. Check out racquetballrevival.com. Raymond, do you play racquetball?
I did when I was younger. I had a buddy who was nationally ranked.
Who was that?
His name was Bucky Freeman.
All right, I don't think I played against him.
Wow.
Yeah, right on. Well, it's still live
Leon,
and
how do we
active.
get you ranked? How do we get you ranked with Bucky?
What you have to do, the way the rankings work now, you have to play number one. You have to play in a tournament, and you have to play against someone that's better than you. And you don't have to necessarily beat them. It's a point-based system. It's how many points you score against them versus how many points others have scored against them. And they put all these analytics together, and they go, "Here's your ranking."
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's pretty
pretty
cool.
interesting how they do
Pretty
it now.
cool.
It used to be just win, baby. Just win. You win, you move up, you win, you move up, you win, you move up. But it's pretty cool. So yeah, check out racquetballrevival.com. Raymond, thanks again for being on the show. Go ahead and give us your contact information. I want folks to get in touch with you. I want folks to learn from you and book with you and everything else.
So, yeah, you can text me, call me at 281-536-1713. I'm basically available 24/7. Or you can email me at raymond.giles@luxrallytravel.com.
Stop. See, everything was fine until you go and say you can get in touch with me 24/7. You know, you ain't answering no text messages at 3 in the morning.
You know what? I took a phone call 2 o'clock in the morning the other day because I had a client was needing tickets to go to the Acropolis, and I took her phone call at 2 in the morning.
You on some cruise sleeping. I know the feeling. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I get an email sometimes in the middle of the night. I'm up doing stuff and I respond and people go, I didn't expect a response. Then why did you email then? Why did you email if you didn't expect a response? You
Yep,
know?
yep.
Or how about this one, Raymond? They call you and you answer the phone.
Right,
And oh, I thought I was going to get your voicemail. It's still a phone.
right. Yep.
You know? Yeah, come on. Mike, I'm allowed one gripe session per show.
You just took all the points for the grape show.
And that's mine. Don't email in the middle of the night if you're not expecting a response. Don't call me and say, "Oh, wasn't expecting to get you." And don't text me if you don't want me to text you back. Just stop,
Right.
people. Stop.
Hey, Leon, when we have some time, when we don't have a visitor, I want to do one of my favorite personal, personal responsibility versus entitlement. Because I see people of all ages with entitlement. Nobody owes you anything. You got to go out and do things, serve people, help people, and
Say that
I
again.
love.
Serve and help.
Amen. And Raymond's doing that at 2:50 in the morning when his phone goes off or his email goes off, and the wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm responding to an email at 2:53 in the morning.
And think about what's going on the other side though. If someone's emailing you, contacting you, texting, whatever, at 2 in the morning, that means there's something on their mind that they're probably worried about, right? There's some information they
Yeah.
need, right? And so many people won't respond at all, or they'll go, "Oh, I'll wait until 8 or 9." But on the other side of that phone, there's somebody that's probably stressing out about something, or they have a question that they deem to be important to them. So those quick responses actually help people with their mental
Big
capacities
time.
they're in. Come on.
Big time.
Yeah, it helps. So give them a quick response. Raymond, I'm not going to contact you at 2:15 though.
Well, if
He'll
you do,
send
I
you
will
at 4
respond.
a.m. He'll hit you up at 4 a.m.
I'll wait until I'll wait until 4 and go, oh man, what you're in Houston, right, Raymond, or
I am.
Texas?
Yep.
So if I I
It's
do it at
Central
5 o'clock my time, it's 4 o'clock your time, and I go, oh, sorry, forgot the time zone. At least you don't live in Hawaii where it gets all jacked up. I don't even know what
Yeah.
time it is out there. Okay, I'm done ranting. Raymond, it's great having you on the show. I'm glad you're an NRG member. Stick around after the show so we can talk a little bit. Hold up in the
I
green
appreciate
room.
you having me today.
Right. I'd like to thank our producer, Jay Rasenko. He just sent me a note about you, Raymond. He says you've been all over the world, but you also used to live in Monaca, Pennsylvania.
I did.
How about them apples? What are you doing in Monaca? That's a question you ask anybody. What are you doing in Monaca?
I work for a construction company, so we built the ethane cracker plant for Shell.
Shut up. Wow. I used to coach basketball at Rochester High School. Yeah,
I
right.
lived in Robinson.
I coached at Montour
Okay. Yep.
High School. Yes. Your tax dollars paid my salary. Thank you. All right, everybody. The reminiscence is over. Get in touch with Mike to learn more about Network Referral Group. Absolutely the best networking organization in the world. Go to NRG.Online. Again, that's NRG.Online to get in touch with Mike, NRG.Online. Or you can give Mike a call. His phone number is 443-756-9656. Everybody, thanks for watching NRG this week. We'll see you next time.
Take care.